let's compare Korean and English. In this video, we will learn about these three things. 1. What Korean and English have in common. 2. What is different between Korean and English. 3. Comparing Korean and English. Korean and English have something in common, that phonetic characters are phonetic characters. Phonetic characters mean letters that read as they sound. Hangul has 15 basic consonants, and English has 10 vowels, so you can read letters. In addition, the suffix is meaningful, but the prefix hol in Korean means alone, or the loan word tooth was borrowed as it sounds. There are many words that Korean and English share with each other, while borrowing loan words like this. Examples are hangul, banana, etc. Then what is the difference between Korean and English? First of all, there is a difference between a voiced sound and a silent sound. English has a sound that does not make the vocal cords ring, because it is a silent sound, and P, S, T, F, E, T, C are typical examples. Also, there are B, D, G, J, and so on. On the other hand, Hangul is all vowels in M, N, L, O, and this sound. Also, in English, there are sounds called R, F, and TH, which are not found in Korean, and honorifics exist in Korea, but they don't exist in English. Finally, there is the biggest difference, sentence structure. There is a difference that English consists of subject, descriptive, object, or complement structure, or Korean subject, object, or complement descriptive language. The reason why the sentence structure of English and Korean is different is that the values of English speakers and Koreans are different. Koreans tended to value relationships and affiliated groups, but English-speaking people tend to emphasize individual choices and responsibilities. For this reason, Koreans use vocabulary based on deep human relationships in their daily lives, while English speakers value individual rights and responsibilities and value future-oriented behavior. Just as Koreans value the concept of us and use expressions like my house, my mom, and English speakers value me and use my country and my school. Also, the reason why there is a difference in sentence structure is that English and Korean have different order of speaking. The key point: English uses verbs that are the core of the sentence first because they try to speak the core of the sentence, while Korean, which is the core of the sentence, uses verbs that are the core, behind the scenes. For this reason, English and Korean have differences in sentence structure. Let's look at the example. In the sentence, I'm a student at Maehol High School, both started with subject, but Korean is a structure in the order of complement and verb, but English is a structure in the order of subject and verb, and then complement. Also, whether the opponent asks did or didn't in English, yes is expressed as a positive meaning, and no is expressed as a negative meaning. On the other hand, is Korean. Don't you think I asked you to use yes if it means yes or no if it means no in the context of the question sentence? Let's look at an example. You didn't eat. When you ask, yes, I did if you ate. If you didn't eat, say no, didn't he, but didn't you eat in Korean? If you ate when I asked, no, I ate, and if you didn't, yes, I didn't. That's what we call it. The reason why English and Korean are different is because of the difference in Eastern and Western ways of thinking, like the difference in sentence structure above. Because Westerners are centered around individuals, or me, they say yes if they do, or no if they don't. On the other hand, Asians answer the other person's questions, not me, because they examine the overall relationship, that is, the context of the conversation. Negative questions are not the only ones with this difference. You can find this difference in address, self-introduction, etc. Considering the important things ahead, Korean sentences are gradually made in small order from the overall concept, such as happiness row 32, happiness apartment 232 dome 23 inches, and I am happiness high school 3rd grade to Kim happiness. I am James, the marketing team manager of HS Corporation, the Empire State Building 501 of 20W30 for New York State, New York. Sentences are made in the order of small to overall concepts like the difference in sentence structure between Korean and English. Can you tell clearly now? So far, we have learned about the differences and commonalities between English and Korean. There are many similarities between English and Korean, but there are many contradictions. I hope that each other's languages will develop further through these different parts. Also, if we study by Knowing these commonalities and differences, I think it will be easier to understand and make a good attitude to study.